So my keys to the future of 3D printing for production are broken down into basically four main categories. So I want to talk about post-processing. And post-processing to me is near and dear because in a service bureau, I'm very close to, hands-on working with the systems and working with the parts. And I always feel that post-processing gets shortchanged, especially by the OEMs. They're developing systems. We always hear about how fast machines print. We always hear about how great the materials are, but we never really talk about, well, how does it post-process? And I think to advance additive into production, post-processing needs to be looked at. If whoever has seen this before, it's the analogy of, the Lucille Ball when the candies are coming down the conveyor belt. And this is the same thing. So the printers are spitting out parts, but it still comes down to a person to handle them and post-process them. And in certain technologies, there's a lot of hands-on work that has to be done versus other technologies. And you can make more parts than people can handle to post-process. And that's a problem if we want to move this forward. But people are working on this problem, post-processing with DyeMansion. So DyeMansion has great systems here to help with depowdering. So when you take an HP build and you break that out, the first thing you have to do now is depowder the parts. So that's either done by a person manually in a blasting cabinet. And when we start seeing runs here at ProtoCAM of 1,000-piece runs, 2,000-piece runs, to have an individual person blasting every one of those by hand is never going to get us where we need to go towards production. So we need to automate those steps, and we have. And we have the PowerShot C and PowerShot S systems here, and they work phenomenal to help with that bottleneck. And it was a big, big step for us. AMT is another company, same thing. They also have depowdering and improved surface finishes, but they also have the vapor fusing. The ability to vapor fuse something does something. Not only does it help the part, it actually can improve the performance of a part. So you can get better strength, you can get better durability, functionality out of a part from smoothing it. It's not just for aesthetics. It does help with aesthetics, but it also can help with sealing of a part. So if you have fluid flowing through, or if you don't want little granulate particulate matter on a part, maybe it's going into a medical application, running it through like a vapor system will seal that up and allow it to pass and work more in those environments. And then there's post-processing technologies. So they offer a whole suite of systems as well to help with post-processing of different technologies